This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Woman among 4 arrested for illegal firearm in Manchester. Police have detained 4 people, including a woman, after she was found to be in possession of an illegal firearm during a stop-and-search operation in Mandeville on Tuesday afternoon. Head of the Manchester Police Superintendent Lloyd Darby confirmed that officers were carrying out the operation in the vicinity of the Mandeville police station when a Honda motor car was intercepted. During a search of the vehicle and its occupants, the police said the lone female was found to be in possession of the firearm. The weapon and the vehicle were seized and the 4 people taken into police custody. 61-year-old man among 2 killed in separate St. Elizabeth incidents. A 61-year-old man is among 2 men who were shot dead by gunmen in separate incidents in St. Elizabeth on Monday night. The deceased have been identified as Patrick Walford, a farmer and a resident of Pepper District in the parish, and the 29-year-old Sharik Logan, otherwise called Dosa, a resident and a shop operator of Middlesex. A police report said about 9:30 p.m., residents of Middlesex heard loud explosions. The police were called, and on their arrival, Logan was found lying face down with what appeared to be gunshot wounds to his right side and right shoulder. In the other incident, Walford was at his family home in Pepper when his brother heard loud explosions. Checks were made and Walford was found suffering from what appeared to be gunshot wounds to his head. Police statistics showed that up to April 9, St. Elizabeth recorded 8 murders since the start of this year, 1 less when compared to the corresponding period last year. 30 charged in St. James in last 2 weeks. 30 of 49 people nabbed by the police in St. James during an operation carried out over the last 14 days have been charged with serious offenses. We responded to a flare-up which saw some increase in serious crimes over the past 2 weeks. Our response was in the form of a search operation. We were supported by the Jamaica Defense Force, the Specialized Operations Branch, the Area 1 Operations Support Unit, and a few departments from the JCF's Organized Crime Unit. Senior Superintendent Vernon Ellis told the news. Several curfews, intelligence-driven operations, increased the road policing, and a strong community partnership were done, he added. During the 2-week-long effort to rid the area of criminals, 3 illegal firearms and 64 rounds of ammunition were seized. 3 persons who were on our wanted list were also arrested and charged, Ellis said. According to news sources, 7 other people have been charged with murder, while another 12 have been charged with shooting with intent. The offenses of robbery, rape, and burglary accounted for the additional 11 people charged. Ellis expressed gratitude for the assistance the St. James Police have received from residents and the stakeholders of the parish. I want to thank our citizens for the support, and most of all the Montego Bay Chamber of Commerce for always standing there with us, the law enforcement team, in the collective security effort to make this parish a safer place, he said. Higglers in bus stop over cardboard. A dispute over a sheet of cardboard resulted in 2 downtown Kingston Higglers appearing before the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court last Tuesday. Both women, Sandra Francis and Nadine Blake, were charged with assault occasioning bodily harm. Speaking about the incident, Blake alleged that on March 1, she asked a delivery truck driver who was parked near her stall for a sheet of cardboard, and the driver complied. She then claimed that Francis approached her and held onto the cardboard she was given. It was in my hand and she held onto it, and the truck driver said to Francis that the cardboard was already given and taken by Nadine, Blake said in a statement. But Blake said Francis responded, "This me want," then slapped Blake on her hand. The 2 women proceeded to fight, Blake said. Both women reportedly suffered bruises and swelling to their faces from the altercation, but Francis suffered an eye injury which warranted a visit to the doctor, costing her $4,000. However, responding to the circumstances surrounding why both women appeared before her, Senior Parish Judge Lorian Cole Montague said, "This fight is over a piece of cardboard. Ladies, you see how that sounds ridiculous. Speaking on Francis's temperament, Blake alleged that the former was punched in the eye last year in a wholesale by another person. "How them can take set by your eye so?" Cole Montague asked Francis. Meanwhile, Blake told the court that since the incident, Francis threw word from morning till evening. Blake then agreed to compensate Francis for the eye injury and gave her $4,000 for her treatment. Both women were subsequently admonished and discharged. "The matter finished now, don't come back," the judge said as the women were leaving. Funds are not available to fix Runaway Bay to Brownstown Main Road, says NWA. The National Works Agency says it will cost more than $300 million to resurface the Runaway Bay to Brownstown Main Road in St. Anne, but those funds are not yet available. The road was blocked for a second day on Tuesday by residents who are upset about its poor condition. Alternative routes were also blocked with downed trees and other debris, preventing access to commuters. NWA Communication Manager Stephen Shaw says while he understands the frustration, the $300 million for the repair is not available in the budget at this time.
We don't have that at this time. I know that the plan and the approach are to do what we can in tranches. So we may have it being done in 2 or 3 tranches, but that too is dependent on us receiving the requisite funding support. We did work through a contractor late into last evening on clearing the impediments that were put along the road yesterday, only to find that this morning we have more impediments and other areas we are being advised have been impacted. We are responding to issues out there. What I can say is that the blocking of the road or blocking of the roads will not hasten any step because it is dependent on funding being available.
The roadway between Runaway Bay and Brownstown has now been cleared to vehicular traffic. Senior Superintendent Dwight Powell, head of the St. Anne Police, said Dumbarton to Brownstown has also been reopened. However, work is ongoing to clear the alternative route from Bamboo to Brownstown. Superintendent Powell said the police will remain in the area to ensure law and order is maintained.
We are still working on the alternate route between Bamboo to Brownstown, but I am pleased to advise that traffic is now passable through the main arteries leading into Brownstown. So again, that is Runaway Bay into Brownstown and Dumbarton into Brownstown. The police, we are still here maintaining our presence, and we are doing absolutely everything at our disposal to ensure that law and order is maintained.
Residents anxious about economic survival as a shooting triggers a police ban on events in Franklin Town. The decision by some police divisions to deny promoters permission to stage events in areas where criminals have been active was vindicated on Sunday night after a party in Franklin Town, which the Kingston Eastern Police had allowed, was attacked by gunmen, leaving 12 people nursing gunshot wounds. The ban has now left the residents worried about their economic survival as they make a living from entertainment events and other fundraising activities. On Monday, head of the Kingston Eastern Police Division, Superintendent Tommy Lee Chambers, declared a ban on entertainment events in the community until the cops get a handle on the attack. No permit will be granted until we know the motive for this shooting. We haven't had any serious incidents in this space since last year, August. The residents have been working with the police, and I am surprised to see this happen, she told the news. Everything was going well, and people were reaching out to us to say since COVID, they haven't really received the permits and they would like to feel the togetherness again. I am disappointed that the first permit granted for the area, something like this would have occurred, said Chambers. But even as the police struggled to determine a motive for the shooting, news sources in the community claimed that it was a continuation of the bloody feud between members of the Dark Side and the Genocide gangs, which operate out of the neighboring Central Kingston community. For some time, the two gangs have been engaged in a deadly battle, which started in Central Kingston, continued in New York with the fatal shooting of the alleged leader of the Darkside Gang, Donald Little Donnie Nash, at a party in Brooklyn last August, and is believed to have spilled over into Park Lane in northern St. Andrew with the killing of 2 men last Tuesday. According to news sources, the attack on patrons at the party Sunday night was carried out by men linked to the Genocide Gang who had believed that a top-ranking member of the Darkside Gang was in attendance. On Monday, traumatized residents within the area between Wellington Street and the Somerset Avenue, where the party was held, told the news that they were worried about the implications of the attack on their livelihoods. This after the police superintendent declared that people who were already planning events will have to put those plans on pause for now. In the meantime, Councillor Charmaine Daniels of the People's National Party, Almond Town Division, told the news that with additional barracks at the new Franklin Town Police Station, which was opened in March, there is an opportunity to house more policemen and women to patrol the community. According to Daniels, there needs to be a concentrated police presence in the community with more foot patrols. Let the citizens see more police on foot patrolling the place instead of stifling the community to say because this happened at every party, something is going to happen. This event was a round-robin that was going on for so long and nothing like this happened. It shouldn't be because something happened you stifle everybody. It's a small community and most of their livelihoods come from round-robin, party, fish fry and bingo. With this now everything might stop and we really don't know where this is coming from, argued Daniels. The residents are in shock and they are asking why now. 12 people were shot. There was a ceasefire in the community from October when everybody came together to say enough is enough because production have to go on and the people have to make money and empowerment have to go on, as she said. I am actually dumbstruck right now. This round-robin chairs and a beer has been going on every Sunday and the people happy and the people make them little money different from what the promoter makes, added Daniels. She argued that it would be incorrect to link this attack with an on-again, off-again dispute between gangsters from Franklin Town and those from a neighboring community. You might have people saying one thing or another, but I really don't think it is coming from the previous feud with Dunkirk. We had a ceasefire and that was settled. We had dialogue with both communities about bringing back the communities together. If it was anybody from the other community, I would be surprised, declared Daniels. Up to news time Monday, 7 of the people shot had been treated and released from hospital. 3 remained admitted, while the condition of the other 2 was unknown. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.